So, I'm in this situation. It's a self-destructive situation. You can see we're in the truck, and of course it's cloudy and rainy, which, you know, it's pretty much like that about 8 months out of the year here in the Northeast. I recently got laid off, corporate restructuring or whatever. And there's two bad things about being laid off. One is the obvious. You don't have an income. And the second is that you've got a lot more time to drag rusty junk home. And this is kind of a self-exacerbating situation, and those two things really don't play well with each other. Now, I'm off to investigate doing the thing that I previously have done a few times and said that it's not sustainable and I can't keep doing this. So what better time to do it than when I'm unemployed and don't have income to waste on foolish investments like this? Yeah, we're gonna go look at rescuing another cable shovel. I don't know. I need help.
Moments like this, after blindly following someone over 1.5 miles into the woods from the nearest road, only to come to a clearing and find this rusted hulk of what used to be a machine, and you start questioning your life choices. Is this thing savable? Why am I here? Even if it were savable, how am I going to get it out of here? I'd either have to track it over 1.5 miles to the nearest road, or I would have to drag it with something over hills and through sharp turns. Is this plausible? Why am I doing this? Should I be doing this? I don't know. But I haven't fully committed. I could back out. But should I? Then I find that this machine actually sat in the middle of a beaver pond for years and years because someone had stolen parts off it and it was immovable. Eventually, they chained it to a log skidder and dragged it up to where we found it today. This just makes it even better. So it sat in a lake. Wow, what am I doing?
Get the some movement. Just engaged the main clutch and disengaged it, so barely. There it goes. That's good.
It's alright.
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
Yep. It's rougher than I was hoping.
Yeah, I was.
Put it that way. But yeah, I think, being that we're in the middle of nowhere, I don't want to just horse on the engine.
Yep.
Because if I taco a push rod or something, then we're kind of up a creek without a paddle. So I'll grab some tools out of the truck, we'll pull the valve cover off it, take a look at the valve train, see if the valves are stuck, pull the spark plugs out of it, scope the bores,
Yep.
and maybe dump a little lubricant down the holes, and then if it,
Let it sit.
if the valve train will move and the bores don't look horrible, I'll stick a crank in it and see if we can bar it over at all. And if they do, then yeah, we'll just fill the bores up with marble and let it chill for a while.
Yep.
But wow, that's not good. Well, this isn't good. That's the bore. You're looking at the top of the piston and the bore, the cylinder wall right there. You can kind of see it as a smiley face across the screen very faintly. That's very, 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 very bad. So this is getting pretty disappointing here. Not optimistic for this one. There's a spark plug that came out of that bore. Yeah, if that gives you any indication. Not good. Not good at all. Number 2 isn't as bad, but certainly not great, but at least you can differentiate the piston and the cylinder wall on this one. Now we're going into 3, and unfortunately 3 looks really bad. Pretty much as bad as 1. Much rust. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. There's the piston down at the bottom of the bore, or midway anyway. Not good. Not good at all. Very unlikely this is going to break loose with this amount of scale in the bores. Pretty disappointing. We'll keep moving on to 4, 5, and 6, see what they look like. Now moving into 4, that looks, you know, bad but better. 4 actually looks like something that you could soak up and break loose without too much issue. Some rust on the wall, but not scaling or pitting like the other ones. You can see the piston at the bottom of the bore there. But if they all looked like that, I'd be a lot more optimistic. Not the case. Moving on to 5. Well, 5 appears to have a nest in it. It is full of nuts of some kind. Yeah. Oh, that's not ideal either. That's yeah. Not ideal. Okay. Moving on to 6. And 6 is more like 4. Flash rust, salvageable. So 4 and 6 are the only 2 that look promising at this point. Alright. Is there oil in it? Oh god. There's mud rust. I don't even know what I would identify that substance as other than bad. This is not looking good in any way, shape, or form. We'll just put that back in there and pretend we didn't see that for the moment. So now we're going to find out how much water, maybe, we're going to find out how much water is sitting in the oil pan. Well, the cock moves, so that's good. No flow. Well, that was anticlimactic. We're gonna have to find a piece of wire or something to shove up inside the cock to clear it out.
How big?
How thin? Piece of fencing wire or mechanic's wire.
I'm trying to think if I got any in my truck.
Nothing. No. I can't get it all the way through. I don't know if I want to risk pulling that whole pipe off. Oh, that's turning pretty easy. Is there any point?
of making the machine functional enough to track out. So if I'm here, I could pull the distributor cap off, and someone has converted it, which is interesting. There's a mag on it and a distributor. So it looks like it was run off the distributor most recently. So I pull the cap off, check, take pictures for getting points and whatnot. Like I said, I'm gonna do some research on
Head gasket.
head gasket and whatnot. I could pull the fuel pump off it and bring that with me and rebuild it. And but the manifold is. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Yep, they're notorious for it. I thought this one was intact for a second, but it's totally not. Damn. Yep. Boop. So. Oh, hi. Get the other one by braille here. Okay. I'll try to bust it off here. Okay, one fuel pump. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. Hey, something actually looks good.
There's a positive.
Yeah.
What is it, a spark plug?
No, the inside of the distributor.
Oh.
Actually looks pretty decent. Nice Wyco Model X mag. Is this the right one? I think so. Yeah, that's it. Bingo, bango, bargo. Snap. Snap. Okay, there's that.
You mind if we just grab the chains?
No, go ahead.
That one might be more difficult to get out.
Yeah, I might have to go out the back.
Is that other side door open?
I tried to open the one by the crank handle. I couldn't get it to open.
Okay. Well, that might. Well, maybe the door will open. Let me try.
This thing hasn't had 4 people on it in probably 60 years.
It's not good. Whee! Whee! Shaking the whole machine over there.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing that. I'm pulling the cable. My bad.
Yeah.
Can you see that thing? If I pull the handle, does it activate the?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look like it's gonna open.
Yeah. It's actually not latched at the moment.
Yeah,
It's just
so
stuck.
just go.
So it's probably just. Yeah, I can see where it's stuck now.
I can climb in there and hand that out to you if you want to take it out the front.
All right, we can do either. Here we go. Okay.
Looks like you're getting a 5-gallon pail of grease, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably for greasing the cables. The cables actually don't look too bad on this thing. The cables on my 15B I think look worse than this. Small positives.
Yep. Take them where you can get them.
Put these back on so we can fire it up.
Yeah.
At least keep track of things. Coil. Somebody took the coil. Wankers. It's full of copper, so probably got somebody ganked that.
Oh, that's missing too?
Yeah.
Well, there's a gearbox down there, right?
Yeah.
Is there oil in it?
No, and the cap was off, and that's not good. It's hanging off to one side like that. That's not cool.
Well, is there any water in it?
No. Doesn't appear to be.
There's a longer dipstick if you want it.
No, I can see the bottom. It's wet, but dry. No, there's nothing standing in it. Well, we did our best to button up what we took apart and close the machine back up, so hopefully it won't get any worse than it already is. What do you guys think? Is this thing beyond saving? Are we foolish to try? Should we try? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Should we just solemnly walk away, hang our heads, and let this go to the wayside? Perhaps get melted down and turned into something new? Or should we buckle down and really see how far we can take this venture? Could we save it? I don't know.